Severe weather is sweeping across the country right now with deadly tornadoes in the south and harsh winter storms hitting the plains.
Many homes have been reduced to piles of debris. At least 2 people, a young boy and his mother, were killed in northern Louisiana. Dozens more have been injured.
Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Elise Preston. She is in Farmerville, Louisiana. Elise, we can see some of the damage around you. Speak to us about where you are and what's happening.
Well, good afternoon to you, Errol and Lana. We are in front of what was a family's home here in Farmerville. A mother and her 2 children lived here. And as you can see with this tractor behind me, they're starting to go through and just kind of push all of the debris aside. We spoke to that family earlier. They are okay, but their home is gone. They lived in this mobile home for about 12 years. The family has lived on this land for several years, for generations, but that home is gone. They're kind of going through the rubble here, picking up a few sentimental items. We saw them pick up baby clothes and pictures and a high school cheerleading uniform. So they're just trying to put all of that together. But the mother said, I don't even know where to go from here. So about 5 minutes away, there's a mobile home park. And it looks like this as well. There were 10 units there yesterday. They were flattened. 8 of those units were flattened overnight. So families in those homes are out. They're staying with families. There is a shelter here in Farmerville, but the families have not stayed there yet. And then there are also apartment units on that other side, just 5 minutes away. Those families are not able to go back into their homes either because there's no water, there's no sewer, there's no electricity, and the roofs of that apartment complex have been partially ripped off. The siding is shredded and on the ground. Families are just kind of trying to piece together what's next. We're not sure when they're going to be able to go back into their homes. The sheriff's office tells us it would have to be well after those utilities come on. But here in Farmerville, about 25 people were injured overnight when those storms came through, guys.
Yeah, well, we also know that parts of Colorado and the Great Plains were blanketed with snow. We're glad to hear that the family in that particular home are okay. Tell us, how are people dealing with the severe conditions, both the tornadoes and those blizzard-like conditions? It's interesting that this is all part of the same storm system.
Yeah, it's all a part of that same storm system, and it's still going. The governor of Louisiana, John Bel Edwards, he actually just tweeted about an hour ago that this storm system is not even out of our state. It's going to continue. It's going to hit the rest of Louisiana or other parts of Louisiana and Mississippi today. So a lot of people just kind of figuring out what to do next. We know in Colorado, parts of the state, not only are they blanketed, but they were buried under snow drifts as high as 5 feet tall. So families across the country are really dealing with this weather system. I think 8 million people is the number I heard that they're going to be dealing with the weather today. And I think families are just trying to figure it out. We know the families that we've spoken to here in Louisiana, they don't know what's next. They're trying to stay calm as they try to navigate what is next. But we do know that Louisiana's Governor John Bel Edwards is expected to tour this area today.
A great reminder to be thankful for what you have. Take
Absolutely.
Precautions when you can, and just remarkable to watch people literally pick up the pieces of their lives, Elise, in the background during your report. Thank you very much for that.